Say this is an electrical sit stand desk, which means if I just click one of the button, it just goes all the way from 70 mm to 117 mm. This is said as one of the most Instagramming keyboards. 4 years back, it has been with me, hasn't made any noise. I need to change the battery probably once in every year or once every 1.5 years or so. This is the LG 29 some monitor. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, or probably the first video. I don't know in what order I'm gonna post this, but yes, I am going to show you my desk setup for you today. Since the pandemic started, I've been working from home and I've been upgrading this desk setup for a long time now. It's been almost 1.5 years since I started accumulating all the accessories one by one. Now I'm gonna give you a detailed tour of this setup completely. What are the things I have about the desk? Yes, that is going to be the most interesting part. And how much did it cost? And where did I buy this as well? So all sort of information will be available in this video. Please watch it completely. And if you guys want any detailed review of any of the products you see here, please feel free to comment and I'll probably do the best to answer it. So yeah, let's go to the video. So yes, the first part which I want to show you is obviously the desk itself. Now I've been watching a lot of these desk setup tutorial videos for a long time now, and every time I see everybody had this one of these sit stand desks, and it really got me excited. Now I'm going to be honest with you, this desk did not actually revolutionize the way I work, but it definitely adds value for the investment you have put in. Now as I said, this is an electrical sit stand desk, which means if I just click one of the button, yep, it just goes all the way from 70 mm to 117 mm. So if at all I have any boring meetings or I'm probably sitting for a long time, I usually sit in the same place for almost 8 to 10 hours a day easily. So I just get to stand for a little, and then whenever you stand and work, you sort of work a bit more productively. I don't know, I just feel that maybe I'm wrong, but yes, it definitely is a very good addition to the workspace. And I am somebody who is 6 feet 2 inches tall, which means if I stand up, is kind of okay for my height. But if you're somebody who's shorter than that, then you don't have to worry about it. All these desks, they come up with the same standard height. There is also a manual version which costs a bit less, but then I prefer the electrical version because it's nice. So yeah, that's the first part I wanted to show you. And the second one I want to talk to you about is the tabletop. So you can see that the tabletop, okay, so you can see that it has some memory settings. I can just pull in the numbers, save the memory, and then it just goes up and down. This is the seated position and that is the standing position. Now the tabletop itself came with the desk. I bought this from an offline store here in Chennai, and it actually costed me around, I think, 33,000 or so. So yeah, that is a pretty big investment, and it came along with this chair, this nice chair. I think together as a package they costed me around like 42,000 or so. So in total it was a good deal. I'll come to the chair next, but then about the table with the tabletop. The tabletop is not actually the best in the industry, but it does the job. It is 5 foot cross 2.5, which means it can easily hold a couple of monitors if you want, or I actually placed 2 laptops here, one and my personal laptop on the other side, and then I plug them to the monitor. So kind of distributes the space, and it is pretty good. But then the thickness could have been better, and that has been my only concern. But apart from that, it is pretty good. You can always get the tabletop replaced from one of your local vendors, and you should be good about it. So the second one obviously is the chair. I was using a pretty simple chair in the beginning, and then later on I switched to this one. It comes in with a headrest. Pretty much everything in the chair is adjustable. The headrest is adjustable, the armrest here, yeah, this one is also adjustable. You can even adjust the seat front and back. The best part is I bought this from, like I said, a retail outlet here, so that they help me to customize it to match my height. The seat is not in the usual height, it is a bit taller than the usual ones that comes in the market. So that actually helps me because it is kind of custom made for your own size. Nothing much about it, pretty good one. You can just go all the way back, come all the way front. Yeah, the usual stuff. You can sit for like 8-10 hours, you are not gonna feel a thing. You can sit all day in this particular seat, and it is pretty amazing. So yeah, if you are somebody who sits like me, then find something which ranges between 7,000 to 10,000. I think you should get a good one, but make sure you get this adjustable handrest model because this has been a game changer. When you sit, you want your hands, you can see that my hand is here and the desk is here. So instead of that, I usually place it like this so that my hand and my desk is in the same line, so that when I type for long times, I don't feel any pain or I don't feel any discomfort in my joint. So make sure you take that measurement into consideration before you buy this. Third thing which I want to talk to you is this monitor. This is the LG 29 some monitor. I bought this off Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. You can check it out. So this is a 29-inch ultra wide monitor from LG. It is a pretty decent monitor, one of the base variant. It supports full HD, and yeah, I preferred ultra wide because I can have the chat window open, the usual office communication tool open in my laptop, and then whatever I'm working on the main monitor. So that is how the setup has been, and yeah, it has made me really productive. I'll give it to it. If there is one thing out of all this setup I would recommend for you to buy, it is going to be an ultra wide monitor. It certainly helps, and it is better than the usual monitor. Not good for entertainment or streaming movies, but for productivity, this one is pretty great. So I would definitely recommend this if you're planning to choose any one of the products out of all these things for your desk setup. Moving on, we have the Logitech K380. This is said as one of the most Instagramming keyboards. I wanted to actually get the Apple Magic Keyboard, but it's way out of budget. This one costs somewhere around 2,500 or 2,800. Once again, bought off Amazon. Yeah, this has a pretty low profile. It is not one of those mechanical keyboards, but then it is very close to the Apple Magic Keyboard, which means you can't really hear the sound. If at all you're in a meeting and if you're typing, people can't really hear the sound. So yeah, in that way it is good. Now the best part is that it has multi-device connectivity, which means if at all I'm using my personal laptop over here, the monitor also comes in with dual HDMI support. So I can easily switch between the two laptops to my monitor, and with just the press of a button, I can just switch between two devices. So that is one of the main reasons why I went for this particular keyboard, and I'm happy with it so far. It got a bit of time for me to get used to it, but once I got used to it, I think it is pretty good. I'll probably do a detailed review of this keyboard. I am also thinking about buying one more keyboard, so I'll probably do a comparison later on or a full-on review. If you guys are interested, just let me know in the comments.
Another addition to the desk is the Logitech Webcam. This is the Logitech C720 or 270, I really forgot. I bought this from Chroma. Initially, I was using the laptop webcam, but it has a side angle, and whenever you're on video calls, you don't face people. That is always an issue. But since I got this has been pretty easy. I can just switch my webcams in Zoom or Google Meet wherever I am, and it gives me a straight angle. A decent purchase. I wouldn't say that it's a great purchase, but yeah, it is worth your money.
So to go along with the monitor, we have this Lenovo mouse, and I have no idea what model is this or how much did I buy this for, because this I bought it almost 4 years back. It has been with me, hasn't made any noise. I need to change the battery probably once in every year or once every 1.5 years or so. So I haven't really given a thought about this mouse. Maybe I'll switch to the Logitech MX Master Series soon. But for now, this is a very good mouse, and get a Bluetooth mouse because it's kind of like convenient. So yeah, this is a pretty nice. I think it bought this for almost like 500 or so, 450 to 500. So I think it should be one of those base variants here. So this is nice actually. And the next one I want to show you is the Sony Headphones. This one was sent to me from my company as the Thanksgiving gift, and ever since I have been using them for all my online office calls. So whatever calls I take through my laptop or through the system, I use these headphones, and whatever I take through my phone, I use these Realme AirPods. These are the first version which Realme introduced. Currently one of them is not working, but still I've been managing with them for last 6 months, so that is how things are. And the two of them have been a really great companion. Now this one, the Sony headphones, it is the WCH507 model, I guess, and please don't buy this if you're planning to take calls with them. It already offers a lot of echo whenever you're talking, so unless you have a mic, external mic attached to it, I wouldn't really recommend to this. But if you're listening to music or probably playing games, etc., then yes, this is a very good companion. With respect to Realme buds, these are very good, but then the charging is a huge problem. Nobody talks about how much charge it can retain whenever you are on a call. I know they also add the case charge life as well along with the pod's charge life. So usually it just stays for around one hour or less than 1 hour if at all I'm in a call. So not really recommended. And this one I do recommend if at all you are having an external microphone. If not, go for it only if you want to watch movies or then play games, etc. And I've actually put this on this stand again, bought from a local vendor once again. This costs around like $200 or so, and it can easily pair up as a mobile stand as well as a headphone stand, but I've not been using it for the mobile stand, even though I bought it for the same. But for a headphone stand, I think it is pretty decent, and it is the only one which adds color to the overall table. The rest of them are pretty pale, you know, black, white, blue, and this is the only one which comes in red. So nice option to have. What else? So yes, I have these sticky notes. I think this is something everybody has it. Nothing special about it. Oh yeah. I'm really keen about stationery, so which is why you see all this. No matter how digital things go, I'm still a big fan of the paper and pencil, so you would see a lot of these pens around the table lying all the time, a few pencil options and all those stationery stuff. And I have 3 different notebooks. This one is for my personal write-ups, anything like YouTube channel planning, personal branding, all those things will go here. This is for my office stuff. Again, they gave me this diary, so I had to use it for that. And not like that, I'm just kidding. But then finally, this is for my side hustle. So I work as a consultant. I work in I also run an agency. So anything of those sorts, I use this. So this is one of the legendary purchases I've ever made. I bought this telling myself that I will be doing podcast if at all I buy a microphone, but then I've never done that. In fact, it has been almost 1 year since I bought this, and this is the first time I'm trying to record. I'm not using this, I'm actually using a different microphone here. But this one is an amazing tool. It is one of the cheapest condenser microphones you can ever get. The model is Fifa. I forget the models every time, guys. I'll put it in the description, don't worry about it. So this is a Fifa microphone, and it has the volume knob adjuster, which means if you can reduce the volume sensitivity, then you can't really, you know, hear any other voice. Like, it doesn't capture any voice away from the microphone. If at all somebody is, you know, usually if you're working from home, you will always hear the sound of a pressure cooker or a mixer running behind you. All those things will be eliminated with this particular microphone, and it gives you absolutely great clarity as well. So that's it, guys. This has been my desk setup. It took me almost 1.5 years in order to do the investment and get them online. It is actually a bit economical desk setup, I would say, if you don't consider the table alone. Apart from that, the rest of the things, you know, these are like easily available online, or, you know, it is pretty affordable. And if you're somebody like me, you know, even though it is sad that I'm spending all this money in a workplace setup instead of getting the latest PlayStation or something, you always spend the money in things you love, and this is something which I love doing, so I just splash all my money into this. So yeah, I hope this video helped you to understand a bit about my tour and sort of got some inspiration for your own desk setup as well. So if you guys have any comments about whatever you have seen here, then please do let me know in the comments. If you need a detailed review of any of the products you have seen, please do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do an exclusive video on that. There is a special unboxing coming up next. I'm really excited. It is going to be the iPad Air. Yes, I just told you that. If you have stayed this long, then you definitely have to know. So I've already placed the order, and I'm getting the iPad Air and the AirPods. Apple AirPods is what they call, I don't know. So this is going to be my first ever Apple purchase, and I'm really excited to do the unboxing tomorrow. It is just arriving tomorrow. So if you guys want to see that unboxing video and the experience of using it with the entire setup, then please do subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.